Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about choices and the impact your choices have on your life. So if you have visited Self Mastery Duo, you have probably seen somewhere on the website it says make good choices. This is a phrase I use often with family, friends, strangers. I say it all the time because I've realized that what our life is, what it is now, where I am with my relationships, where I am with my health, my physique, my mental ability, my education, it is all due to the choices that I've decided to make. And so make good choices is a simple way of saying you are in control. You have the ability to change your circumstances. And if you make good choices, then you will have results. It's just about if you decide to make a choice that's going to scoot you closer, propel you closer to your goal, or if it's going to pull you away from your goal. So I think the first thing we need to do to address choices and decision making is decide right now, and this is actually mandatory. This is mandatory for your growth and your success through the 60 days. Is to acknowledge the choices that you've made that have brought you to where you are right now. So a lot of people want to take responsibility for the things that they're good at, right? They want to say, I am successful, I own a successful business because I put in a lot of hard work. But what we don't want to admit to is the poor choices that we make. Then when it comes to admitting or taking responsibility for the poor choices, people tend to put it off on somebody else. So I hear this from married couples. I wouldn't eat it if my wife didn't buy it. I wouldn't eat that if my wife didn't make it. I have this food in my house for my kids. And so we push off responsibility for the choices that we make that are poor choices. And I want you right now to write these down. I really believe in writing things down and acknowledging your poor choices. I want you to acknowledge it, say it out loud. You don't have to tell anybody about it. You just need to acknowledge it and say it to yourself. So I am responsible for my weight problem. I am responsible for this disease. I am responsible for my poor relationship. Because ultimately, if you made a different choice, you wouldn't be in that place where you are right now. Now, I don't know. I could be wrong here, but I think that there's probably one or two things that you've done in life, or one or two or 100 or 5 or maybe 0, maybe you're perfect. You've made all the right choices and you don't have this problem. But if you haven't reached a goal and you have made all the right choices, it's very unlikely that that's the case. It's more likely like I can't seem to keep myself accountable. I can't stick to it. I can't whatever it is, okay? So the first thing in our choices lesson is to admit to your wrong choices. Admit to it right now. So for a long time, relationship-wise, I had to address the fact with myself that I run away from things that are conflicting, hard, difficult, stressful. And so instead of having the relationship that I wanted with people in life, I would just walk away from them. I would run away. I would get away from it, okay? And that never helped me as an individual. It never helped me grow. It never helped my relationships. So I had to learn, I had to address that fact. I had to be like, I cannot run away from my problems because they're still going to be there. I cannot run away from that person because I need to address it. So understand your choices that you're making right now and take responsibility. After that we've done that, we've already worked on goal setting. So anything that you say I should do, I should work out more, I should eat vegetables, I should drink more water, I should spend more time with my mom. Whatever your shoulds are, it's time that you make it a goal. It's time that you take responsibility for those shoulds. Don't be the person that pushes off responsibility onto someone else and says, oh, I should do that. And you never take responsibility for your life. You just let your days go in and by and you never take responsibility. So take your shoulds, and if they're not already a goal right now, make it a goal. Make your shoulds a goal. I should lose 5 pounds, or I will lose 5 pounds, and then you'll make a plan to do it. Okay, so we're going to take responsibility. We're going to get rid of should haves. We're going to actually make a goal that pushes us towards the right direction. And then we need to acknowledge information and understanding why you make poor decisions. So I really believe that people are doing the best that they can with the information that they have. If you don't have enough information, if you are ill-informed, if you are ignorant to a situation, then you may make poor decisions. For example, you probably wouldn't sleep with somebody who has AIDS if you knew they had AIDS before you slept with them, right? So what was the missing piece there? The missing piece was information. Yeah, I know I took it kind of like really far, but for example, I wouldn't continue to spend my money on clothes and restaurants if I knew that I was paying 12% interest on my loans and I'm losing 60 grand a year to interest. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, oh, I really don't want to pay $60,000 a year to interest, so I'm not going to go shopping. I'm not going to spend that money. So throughout this 60-day challenge, I'm going to do my best to tell you why, to give you the most information that I can. Now, we are in a society where information is high. We have so much information, so many inputs, and it's hard to tell what to believe, what's good, what works. But that's what I'm here for. That's my job in this challenge, is to sift through all the BS for you and to make this make sense. But I still want to explain why to you. I want you to understand why you're doing things. I want you to know that when I post a challenge and I say, today I want you to, and then there's fill in the blank. You saw how the first week went. Once you see that, you understand why you're doing it, okay? So I am going to wake up 15 minutes earlier today because I am going to read and I'm going to exercise and I'm going to drink water and I'm going to make my bed. Now, why? Okay, so why make my bed? I make my bed in the morning because I want to feel clean and organized, and it makes me more productive throughout the day. I want to make my bed in the morning because it teaches me, it's a reminder that the little things in life matter. Our small decisions that we make every day add up to something bigger. So it starts as a reminder, and I use that as I'm making the bed. I'm like, okay, it's a small task, but it just needs to be done. And how I carry out my day with integrity, how I start my day is how I'm gonna carry out those actions throughout the day as well. So I'm going to explain, okay, when things get harder, and it's gonna get harder, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm going to ask for you to remove sugar. I'm gonna ask for you to remove alcohol, and I will tell you why. But then ultimately it comes down to you making that decision, you making that choice to change. I really don't believe that people would continue to drink or eat as much sugar as they do if they knew the damage that they were doing to their bodies, if they knew how they were affecting their mental and physical health. Because sugar is associated with addictions, and it does have very poor effects on your physical health. And that also affects your mental health. But if you don't believe me, or if you've never done the research before, you might not have known that. So you didn't know why you're lacking energy all the time. You didn't know you were just running on garbage calories. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to explain, but I need you to do your part too. I need you to take responsibility. If there's something you don't understand, then please look this stuff up. Take 5-10 minutes to get a better understanding for it. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is stupidity. You need to take responsibility for your life. Second, if you don't want to sift through all the information and you just want to send me an email, very quickly go ahead and send a reply, selfmasteryduo@gmail.com. Carly, I don't understand this. I need some help. I need some help understanding this better. because it's not clicking. And without information, then you're not going to make good decisions. So please do your due diligence, take responsibility for your past actions, and take responsibility for your previous or your future decisions moving forward. I hope you decide this week to follow along with the 60-day challenge and keep moving forward. I promise you nothing but the best. Have a great day.